Hello everyone, this is Matt Hoots with Sawhorse, and I'm at the 1920s Makeover ATL, and I've got some exciting news for you. And wait till the very end or somewhere in the middle of the video, I'm going to let you know that we're probably going to add an additional hashtag to this house. Right now it's 1920s Makeover ATL with the hashtag, but we found out something very interesting from the neighbors the other day, and I'm going to share that later on in this video. So a really quick progress report. You can't really see much going on from the front, but if you go towards the back, got a bobcat out here, and we are doing some foundation work. Now this original foundation is in very poor shape, so in order to properly do the basement and make sure we do the renovation correct, because there's been lots of movement, we're going to completely rebuild the foundation. So right now we've got our bobcat coming in here, strategically making rooms for piers so we can properly prop up the house, and then from there we're going to be able to replace the rest of the foundation. So as you can see, the foundation steps up and down, and where the bobcat is right now, that's right where the finish for the basement's going to be. As you can see, we've got a step up that we're going to take out. We've also got some, half-baked foundation encapsulations on the other side that we're going to take out as well. And then what we're going to do, and I'll show you on a plan, is put piers in certain sections, support the house. That way we can build a foundation wall in between those piers. So the spot that I'm standing in right now is going to be full of dirt, gravel. We're going to build this up once we build this new foundation in. Now, I'm not sure why they didn't have this as part of the other slab that's behind me. We've got 3 different levels in this basement currently, and once we're done, all this is going to be one level. So with one little step towards the front of the house, we need to support that existing foundation wall. But besides that, all this is going to be one complete level. Easier to control the moisture, easier to control the radon, and also just makes for an easier finish for us. So when we're doing the framing, when somebody comes down here, it's a full daylight basement to the back. That way they don't feel like they are in a basement, because we're going to have at least 9-foot ceilings down here. So pretty high ceilings, even floor space, lots of light coming in, so it's not going to feel like a basement, which is very important here in the Atlanta market. Any extra space that you can get on these tight lots is very critical. All right, so from back here, it makes a little bit more sense to put in perspective. So you can see the current finish grade is just a few feet below the top of that stair. And where that top of the stair is going to be probably close to where the top of the footing is going to be as we're finishing the basement. So we've got really, really high ceilings in there. So we've got a little gap in the front that we've got to fill in. We're going to use some of the dirt. We're going to excavate towards the other part of the house. And as you can see, we've also got an existing slab that's going to completely come down, so we can put a whole new control layer, insulation, vapor, and new concrete that we can truss with new footings. And that little knee wall towards the back and the fireplace, those are all coming out. So we're going to have a consistent level across the full basement down here. Now we've got a very tight lot here. You can see that we've got the tree safe and also the silt protection up to make sure that we don't have any silt going into the creeks and streams. I'm going to use this as a staging area for some of the rubbish, the demolition from the basement. One of the things that is very difficult in Atlanta to work around is the trees. So we need to make sure we protect the trees, because that is a great asset to this property. Now for the big surprise, we told you there's something exciting about this house. We talked to the neighbor the other day, and he told us that Margaret Mitchell, yes, the Margaret Mitchell from Gone with the Wind, used to live in this house. So I checked out some resources, checked out the Atlanta History Center, and they said, yes, in fact, that she could have possibly lived here. Now, her brother owned this house, and we have a photo from this from 1952 showing what this house looked like, and it hasn't really changed much. Basically, it was painted white back then, or it could have just been because it's a black and white photo, but looks like a little bit lighter of a color. Foundation, siding, front porch, as you can see, is pretty much the same, and looks kind of like this angle that we have right here. We are going to do a little bit more research to see if and when, what year she lived in this house. Now, it's not surprising to me that she came up with the title Gone with the Wind. We did a blower door test on this house, and with Corbett Lunsford, he said this is the leakiest house in Atlanta. So many think that the reference to Gone with the Wind is a southern thing. I think it's because she lived in this drafty house back behind me, and of course with the blower door, when it's windy outside, she felt breezes going through the house. So quite possibly that could have been how she came up with Gone with the Wind.